Hello, Leo, Lion Kings and Lion Queens. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for a lot of your all birthday months, August 2024. Happy birthday, Leo. Today we're going to do a really juicy Celtic cross reading. I'll close it off with an oracle card from the Earth Warriors Oracle. You can always keep in mind these are general readings. Take only what resonates. Do remember that you can look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node for additional context and texture. You can also check the description below if you're interested in a personal reading, donations, or connecting with me on social media. I would love to see you there. Okay, Leo. In honor of you, we are embodying our royalty. So let's see what you got for me today. Leo, in your current energies, you have the Five of Wands crossed with the Knight of Cups. This is you trying to bring kind of your lion heart loving energies to a situation. It actually looks like the situation is kind of, it's looking a bit crazy and chaotic. So darn, I hope, this is a good, crazy, and chaotic. We are going to be clarifying. You definitely feel confident about your ability to bring love to the situation, but you're finding it challenging for some reason. It could be because of the other people involved. In your needed focus area, you have the Justice card. So in whatever's going on and whatever you're embroiled in here, there is something about fairness and something that maybe needs to come into balance. This also represents a Libra energy, so maybe you are trying to be kind of an intermediary between two groups of people, or you're just finding yourself walking that middle path, which can be really beautiful. You may be trying to bring your own energies into balance. In your past, what you're leaving behind, definitely closing out some sort of large cycle for yourself. And your strength is the Hermit. Wow, so this is your inner wisdom lighting your way. This is you kind of following the path of your illuminated heart and really allowing that to present itself in this situation that you're dealing with for this month. In your future energies, the Page of Pentacles. What is this? This almost looks like you're trying to put a final touch or a piece of a puzzle together. Normally I get a very curious kind of feel from this Page of Pentacles. The future can be a little elusive. The energies are always changing. The clarifiers are certainly going to help. This feels more like you're looking at something that may be almost all the way complete, and maybe you have a missing puzzle piece. In your advice and support, you have the Five of Pentacles. That's an energy of making sure that you are really paying attention to any feelings of abandonment or perhaps oversensitivity in your case, making sure that you don't let that kind of take over and run through fears. In your environment, you have the Hanged Man. I'm not surprised with all this balancing and the ways we're trying to maybe solve a problem here that the Hanged Man is present. The Hanged Man always allows us the opportunity, if we take it, to look at things from a different perspective. And we're not always in active action, but we're in reflective action with the Hanged Man. In your hopes and fears, you've got the Three of Wands. It seems like you're hoping that once this all kind of settles, once the dust settles here, that you'll be able to carry on doing something you were doing before. This to me seems like kind of a month where maybe things were going along and then something has happened, perhaps unexpectedly, where you're having to stop and deal with it. In the potential outcome, you've got the Four of Cups. This is an energy of you using really, really powerful discernment to make choices or to really engage in a very high level of discerning and judging and analyzing a situation before you actually take action. Wow, I'm really interested to clarify this, Leo. Very interesting energies you've got here. Let's look at this kind of a hornet's nest here with this Five of Wands of the energy you might find yourself in August. Oh, what is this? It has me feeling kind of jittery, jolty. Yeah, so to clarify the Five of Wands, you've got the Emperor and the Tower. This to me looks like it could be a split off from someone. It could be the breaking down of some sort of foundation that you've had in your life, and you might be going through a little bit of the tumultuous, there we go, tumultuous energies of everything kind of falling apart, coming apart. Feels like with the challenge of you trying to put love to this situation, feels like you know what's going on, or you knew this was coming, or you knew this was inevitable. And you may be having a big challenge here putting love toward the situation because of another person involved, or just some sort of scenario where maybe there's still some healing needed. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups, that you're trying to bring love to the situation, maybe trying to make the best of it. Yes, yes, Leo, this Knight of Cups is clarified by the Lovers in the World. So something really important for you to remember for those of you who are ending a relationship. Now, this could be a romantic relationship. It certainly looks like that for some of you, but it could also be, you know, a long-term job relationship, a friendship even. The reason you're having such a hard time throwing love at this challenging, tumultuous, free-falling, chaotic energy that is breaking apart this foundation is because it's no longer your role to do so, Leo. It's no longer your role to do so. This relationship, it appears here, actually may be naturally coming to an end through universal guidance here. Major closing of a cycle. You're trying to close off the cycle, but if you keep trying to pour love into it, it doesn't mean you can't be loving in and of yourself. And just because that's who you are, I'm not saying don't be who you are. But if you are attempting to direct loving energy into this person or this situation's zone when there is truly an ending going on here, and that may be your default, but it's no longer your responsibility, you're going to keep bumping into problems here. So the needed focus is you maybe stepping back and letting the scales of justice, letting natural law, cosmic law kind of handle things here. Let's get some clarifiers on this Justice card. Death and the Four of Cups. Yes, so this is the universe coming in. And, you know, when we... Yes, maybe you had a decision in this. Maybe you sparked this ending. Maybe you were the leader in it. But whether you were or not, this energy is coming to an end. It looks like it's appropriate for it to come to an end at this point in time. There is a very transformative cycle here. There could be Scorpio energies involved. It seems very deep. But here I see you understanding that you don't any longer, with this Four of Cups, you don't have to accept responsibility for this other person. You may still be being tested by them or just about by your own default mechanisms, but awareness is where it starts, and you're here listening to this reading, and so this will allow you the time to reflect and run inventory on what you need to if you are going through this kind of a situation here. Whew, tuned right into this. This is kind of a, it's kind of tough because it is like, for some of you, it's your birthday month, or you're having a birthday, or you just had a birthday, and boom, you're going through this ending. So in the past energies, the energies you're leaving behind, in that position you had the World card. That's a clear and definite ending of a cycle. You've got the Four of Swords and the Hanged Man again. So the Four of Swords is all about healing, right? So it appears to me for your part of this, you are coming to the end of your healing cycle with this. So if you're going to continue to put energy to it as you were in the past, you're only going to re-injure yourself and cause yourself to have more healing and spend more time in ending the cycle and closing it out. I think you're aware of that. I know it's hard to break old habits or old ways of relating to someone when we're trying to end something, but here you are looking at things from a different perspective with this Hanged Man, and that's also in your environment. So you are well aware that, you know, it's kind of like you're looking at what's going on and you're seeing decision A and decision B, and maybe those are at opposite ends of the pole, but you are being asked to look for decision C or choice D or option E. You know, there's more around you, and I think that's what you're scanning for right now, is different ways of going about things, different ways of interacting in this cycle and in this relationship that's ending. Whew. Here you go, Leo. How about this? You are your strength, your strength position, you got the Hermit, remember? To clarify that, you got another Hermit and the Strength card, which is your card. That's Leo's card. The Lion is here in the card. You are really, really, really showing up in your own element, on your own behalf. I can imagine that this kind of a cycle ending, this kind of a relationship ending takes a lot of energy. You are showing up in an absolutely amazing position here as far as being connected in with yourself and your inner wisdom. And so if you are one of the people who clicked on this reading today, look at whatever's ending in your life and know like how empowered and embodied you are in this. The Hermit, you got a double Hermit here. I call the Hermit the master magician. This means you are really working on it. You are really staying strong. And it's kind of the universe's way here of like adding emphasis and an exclamation point to who you are, Leo, and how powerful you truly are and how much you got this. In the future energies with the Page of Pentacles, remember I said there was kind of a puzzle piece? And it's interesting because I kind of got the sense of like you were working on something. And we got the Six of Pentacles here. And again, balance because it comes into play. It's kind of the minor arcana version of the Justice card in your needed focus area. So I'm seeing in the future more balanced energies coming in. Maybe not as powerfully as the Justice card as what you would like, but they're coming in. And with the Ace of Swords, that brings you a new clarity. So it could be you may not know what you're going to do with something right now. Perhaps in this ending of this, you're having to move locations for your job. You're having to move houses. You're having to rearrange things because someone's moved out. It's that kind of energy that appears will be potentially coming in the future. More practical material world things that you'll be focusing on once you get a little more balance. Let's look at this Five of Pentacles and the advice and support. You got the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Leo, this looks like an energy that is a little tricky. This looks like, okay, so anytime we end a relationship or a situation or a work relationship, it can leave us a little unsteady. It can leave us a little in fear or a little bit doubtful about what's going to happen. And we could easily maybe go into, I almost want to say fucking around with somebody else, messing around with somebody else to try to appease ourselves in the moments of our pain and our, turmoil and the frustration. And this would be something that you want to be very careful of here. This is kind of a warning to say this, no matter how much your fears of like even if you're the one who initiated this, you're going to be dealing with abandonment, because if you're ending this, then that means this other person never really was showing up for you properly. So there's feelings of abandonment there. There's, and it kind of, there's this kind of sneaky excitement that goes on here, but it's not in a wholesome, energetic place. So if there's a third party involved, the universe is advising to be extremely careful with that, you know, and focus on yourself. You're in such a place of strength and power that even to distract yourself with someone else would not be a good idea, even if it was a good distraction, right? A good distraction in quotes. Or you would consider it maybe to be a good distraction. You don't want to lean so far into that you're actually making a distraction instead of really focusing on your strengths and your inner work. In the Hanged Man position, you got, or in the Hangman position, in the environment position where you had the Hangman, you got the Magician and the Page of Swords. This feels like the energy you're dealing with is not as spiritually mature as you. They may not have all the tools at their disposal, or they may not have sought them out in their lives. And so when you encounter these energies, it's often from a place that feels kind of petty, and it feels kind of immature to you, honestly. There is this sense of, how long, how long do I have to put up with this? And I think that's where you'll just have to trust the universe. Let's look at your hopes and fears. You had the Three of Wands here. The Six of Wands and the Chariot. Yeah, I mean, this is coming through as a more hopeful energy, because you're kind of wanting to get back to yourself, and get back into the things you love to do. Maybe something you're passionate about here, something that you feel like you can celebrate for yourself, that makes you feel good, that really puts you in that king, that queen position, right? And you have the Chariot here, which is a nice, steady forward momentum. Anytime we have a hope, we can sometimes have a shadow aspect of it, the fear of like, I'm never going to get back to this. I'm never going to feel like I'm that Leo on top of the mountain again, that Lion King, and just enjoying the fresh air and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? And that's where the mind can take us away. But these energies look like they're powerful enough to put you in the place of hope and see that it will come through to full potential reality here. From potential to full reality, if you see it through. Okay, in the potential outcome where you had the Four of Cups, and this is about you being a lot more discerning. I'm really liking this, the King of Cups. So now we have our king, we have our royalty. We have the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And this is you finally maybe getting a sense of pride in your ability to maintain emotional stability and emotional control with that Chariot there that you had in your hopes and fears through this experience. So basically like energies of, wow, I'm more calm than I thought I'd be. I didn't lose my temper as much as I thought I would. I didn't have to, come to blows. I didn't have to, really get in the ring and fight it out. And I think it's because you had those powerful Hanged Man energies in there where you really were looking at things from different perspectives and starting to see the other choices. A, B, okay, the A and B have always been there, but what about C, D, E, F, G? There's all these other doors that are opening up. And anytime we close out such a big cycle with a relationship like this, that's absolutely the case. Leo, let's get you a card from the Earth Warriors Oracle to close out this intense reading today. Leo, you got the number 7 card, Lina, what must be shall be. You have beautiful dreams and inspired, bold ambitions. You are guided to believe that they are a natural expression of your soul, something that is meant to be. Life will support you in the expression of these dreams and ambitions, even in the moments where it seems to be a struggle rather than support that you are experiencing. The process of transformation into full maturity involves learning how to grow through light and through darkness back to the light again. You will always find your way back to the light. Have faith in yourself and what must be. Dedicate yourself to what you love without hesitation. I really, really like that message for you. And notice we have kind of the representation of the skull here and death. And there are flowers, there are offerings, there are phases of the moon here. There looks to be a root-like plant growing up around with some minor leaves there. So take that for what it is, those of you who are into plant medicine. And we also have what appears to be a butterfly, looking like a monarch butterfly at the top. So you've got some little totems here to carry with you, Leo. And it says here, what must be shall be. That's definitely what I felt in this cycle ending for you. This is not something that somebody's doing prematurely. It's not something that's just a whim. This is actually supposed to end at this time. I'm kind of like sorry that it happened on your birthday month and around your birthday, but maybe that is your opportunity to move into the Six of Wands and really celebrate yourself. Celebrate the double hermit with the Strength card. That is you. So a very happy birthday to you, Leo. Thank you for joining. I can't wait to see you next time.